Hey guys, Jeremy here, and I'm going to go over a few of our tow foiling tips, tricks, essentials, things that we've learned over the years that kind of help make our time out there a little bit easier, a little bit more enjoyable, and definitely a little safer. And so having a jet ski, picking a jet ski is big in this, but we're just going to go over my Yamaha VX today. There's some benefits to the heavier jet skis with weight. We don't have that big of waves here and deal with white water that much that we have to worry about that. So I find the Yamaha VX really just much more nimble, handles what we do here in Cocoa Beach or on Florida. And the VX just really light, nimble, gets me around my rider a little safer. So I really like this jet ski. Some additions that I've made to this to better our time out there, having seat straps. Safety wise, the seat straps, if your jet ski ever rolls over, it's just going to prevent your seats from popping over and sinking your jet ski real fast. So that's definitely a concern when you get into bigger waves. This seat strap's got a handle on it. This way the passenger on the back can grab this handle. Highly recommend that one. That's not only a safety feature, but definitely a great feature to have to make your rider more comfortable on the back. That way they're not all hugging on you. If you want to snuggle a little bit, don't do that strap. But this strap's definitely a good one. We've got another strap on the back seat to prevent that one from opening. And then on the front, we've got these little bungee cables. This kit is from Jet Tech. There's quite a few out there on the market right now. But this just prevents the front from being able to just fall open if you do have a rollover situation. That way it doesn't open up, create a big hole in your in the vessel and fill it with water. So highly recommend seat straps and that there. As far as the lanyard, I like the clip-on lanyard. That way we can clip it onto our vest down low. It allows me to move up, have my arms free. When I've got that lanyard, it can accidentally get pulled. So highly recommend the clip-on lanyard that you can clip right onto your vest. Inside here, we've got a VHF radio, we've got snack bars, we've got water, we've got a lot of essentials that you want to go over that we keep inside here. Moving my way back, actually right under here, Waves RX has these little soft cleats. So they're really handy, especially on the Yamahas. They go under these bolts, and these are soft cleats. So if you need to pull up to a dock, you can just literally you don't have to have a hard cleat that you're gonna step on. You can just hook this up and then take your line over the dock. So the Waves RX soft cleats work really well for us when you get in those situations where you need to tie up. On the back, the most important thing for tow foiling for us in the situations we get into is going to be this sled. Many manufacturers out there. This is one I've had for quite a while. It's lasted me. I enjoy it. I think I am going to be trying out a new one soon, but this one I've modified quite a bit to make it work really functional for us. So I've adjusted the bungees. I've customized all my bungees, pulled them off the front of the board, custom lengths so it just fits under a board perfectly. This way, when you're out there, you really want to just get out to your spot safely, toss the board under there, cruise out there. It's not on the seat, it's not dangling around you. And then when you want it, you can just slide it off. I've also upgraded the bungees to have a little track system I like, so I don't have to lift each bungee over the board. I can actually just take the board, slide it right up under, a little bit easier when it's wet, and then the board's on there, we can get on the ski and go. Everything's about doing things safely, but you got to do it pretty quickly when you're out there. We get ourselves into some pretty sketchy situations, and I want to be as safe as possible and make sure that what we're doing we can do pretty quickly. So the sled, I always carry spare bungees with me. I always carry spare clips, these bungees, spare line, because if you ever have an issue with a sled while you're out there, absolute pain in the rear to have to modify things out on the water. So I keep spare parts with me while I'm out there. Let's see, working our way to the front of the ski again. This is one of the features I really like is another Waves RX product. This is a bow line. So you actually hook this up to the bow of the jet ski. It's a bungee, and then you just take it up, bring it up, and put it on your mirror. Stays out of the way, stays right there. And what's nice is when you need to access an anchor in a situation like that, or towing if you need to get towed. So if your jet ski breaks down or you need to anchor, you need to get to that bow line. Normally you got to jump in the water, swim around to the front, clip everything up. This way I can grab this, clip it right on here, throw my anchor, or throw the line to another jet ski, and I'm getting towed pretty quickly. So when you're in sketchy situations, make sure you're prepared for those. they happen. They're jet skis, they break down. So, I mean, we've had just battery cables come loose to oil filter warnings, all kinds of stuff that'll ruin your day out there. You want to be prepared if you're in these sketchy situations that you can get safe. So we've got a full-size anchor on board. That way, if I need to, I've got a full-size anchor, chain, not full-size, but bigger than a jet ski anchor. I keep it in this bag wrapped up and it's ready to go. So I've got a carabiner on it. All I got to do is unline that, flip a few lines off, clip the carabiner onto this line here, throw my anchor, and I'm now secure and safe out in the water. Because when you're in these big waves, if the waves are pushing you in toward shore and your anchor doesn't hold, it's no fun. So highly recommend getting a full anchor system. I've also got a ditch bag here. This is basically just a line that I can pitch to somebody if need be. I'm going to clip this again onto this here, and then I'm just going to take this bag and I'm going to sling the bag over to the next guy. He can catch it, clip this onto the back of his ski, and he can go super fast. So highly recommend having some lines on your ski that are just quick and easy to use. So that comes in handy. I've got my spare bungees up here for the sled. I've got just another little bungee dock line that I use there. And of course, we've got our fire extinguisher inside the front here. Let's see here. Working our way back. All right, guys, another essential that you must have out there if you're tow foiling. If you're foiling, keep these in your cars, but when you're tow foiling, keep these on the ski. This back compartment I have got set up just as a first aid kit. Multiple, actually. And so in this waterproof compartment, we've got wraps. We've got a tourniquet. That's definitely a key item that you need out there. Make sure you've got a tourniquet, different bandages, and I've got 2 first aid kits down inside here. Check them every year. I wrap this one in water, in plastic to keep it, just make sure it's always sealed. And then this one's actually in a dry bag. It's a first aid kit that comes in a dry bag. Make sure you check these. You know what you have. You've got wound wash, cleaner, gauze, and just make sure you're ready for lacerations. If somebody gets sliced, if somebody gets cut, just be prepared for that stuff. You're out there in the ocean, the water's dirty, have wound wash with you. That way you can clean the stuff out. Had an incident about 6 years ago where I actually lost the end of my thumb by getting a rope wrapped around it, and having that first aid kit pretty much saved my life. So definitely have a good first aid kit in the ski. It is essential to have while you're out there. All right, having a good solid tow rope while you're out there. I've got one of these rappets that I use just to keep it nice and secure. It's just a little Velcro strap that I strap it down to the ski. What I have found with these is I run my rope over the tow handle here and then around the hitch. That way it's up a little bit higher. It just really helps avoid the rope getting stuck on the sides of the ski. A lot of people have that issue, myself included. Sometimes you just take too sharp of a corner, the rope gets underneath the ski. It's kind of a pain in the rear. So having this come up and through here definitely helps with keeping the rope out of the way. So I like that. Getting up in the inside here, our compartment, safety wise, VHF radio. Always have a VHF radio with you, especially when you're offshore. Grab the gold bars, my bar of choice. Love these things. Peanut butter and jelly is a good one. Just having some snacks, keep energy. Surf mud, sunscreen while you're out there. I've got spare Dyneema lines just in case anything happens to them on the back. I don't think it ever will. This stuff's extremely strong. Sunglass cases, and then spare lanyards. So lanyards are one thing. When you're out there and you're in a sketch situation, this thing's clipped on. If you ever get to the point where you just happen to screw up and you get bucked off the ski, this is clipped onto your vest, and now your ski is getting tossed into shore, riding in with nobody on it and no lanyard, so it's now off. So safety wise, I've got 2 things. I always keep spare lanyards inside here, but I've got one that's right here. I got fishing line and crimps tied to it. So if anybody ever gets to my ski, it's always right there ready to go. They can get that clipped on, get it started, and get out of there really quickly. So just being safe when you're out there in the waves, you've got to just plan for the unexpected. A lot of times you get out there in these waves and swell picks up, and next thing you know, you're on the inside, you're in a bunch of white water, and it's definitely take your time. set up your ski properly so that you can be safe while you're out there. You can enjoy, have a hell of a lot better time. It's an amazing sport. We love it, but please be safe. If you got any tips and tricks that I went over today, that you've got suggestions, please pass them my way. I'd love to learn more about this stuff. Yeah, that's just some stuff that I've done to my ski to make our time out there a little bit more enjoyable.